I want to turn to some breaking news from the Supreme Court that is just coming into us this morning. And this is significant. Justices announcing that for the first time in more than a decade, they're going to take up a big issue in the gun rights debate. How much protection does the Second Amendment give you for carrying a gun outside the home? I want to bring in NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams. Pete, give us some background on this case and what the Supreme Court taking it up might mean down the road.
Well, the background is that in 2008, the Supreme Court said for the very first time that the Second Amendment does provide an individual right to own a gun. Up until then, that was an open question. But what the court said is the right is to own a gun at home for self-defense. And ever since then, the court has, one case after another, consistently declined to take up the follow-on issue. The Second Amendment talks about the right to keep and bear arms. So what about guns outside the home? And that's what the court has consistently ducked. Now, though, it has agreed to take that issue up. It comes from New York State. In New York, there's a law against openly carrying guns in public, but you can get a permit to carry a concealed weapon. But the challengers say the New York law is so restrictive that ordinary citizens can't qualify. You have to show some special need other than just a general desire for self-defense or saying you live in a high-crime area. So the Supreme Court has agreed now to take this case. It'll be argued next fall. Does that violate the Second Amendment? Interestingly, of course, what has changed since all the years that the court has ducked this issue is that we now have a more conservative court than we've had in decades with 3 Trump appointees, most notably with the appointment of Amy Coney Barrett, who's been more receptive to arguments that the Second Amendment does provide more expansive protection than what the Supreme Court initially said. So this is a big deal case. It's the first big case on the Second Amendment rights since 2008 that the court will jump into. And, of course, it comes at a time in our nation's history when there's more and more concern about gun violence. So it's an interesting confluence of events here. And as I say, the court will take this case up in the fall when the new term begins in October, probably argued maybe in October or November.
Pete Williams, live for us there in Washington. Pete, thank you very much for bringing us that developing news from the Supreme Court.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.